Oh, the sun, the sun, the sun. Here comes the sun. Because it's about to go behind that peak. Oh, thing of beauty. I'm with Coleman Fung, and we are in Namibia on a shoot together. And Coleman, it's been 6 months and half a world away than we were in China together.
Very remote.
Both were kind of remote. I think we're even more remote here, but that's a story for another time. But let's have a look at some of these shots. And these first ones were ones that we took early one morning on the Lee River. Mm-hmm. These are of the traditional fishermen who use cormorants to round up the fish and throw their nets in. And these are lead-weighted nets. And of course, the funny thing is, the first time I showed this to someone, they said, "How did you get those Photoshop selection marching ants in your print?" And of course, that's not what it is. Very good. Let's do it again. Now, you were in a different position than me, weren't you?
Yes, I was higher up. I was in the back.
We were on some kind of like concrete landing, a boat launch area. Mm-hmm. And what's fascinating, again, the other difference is you decided to print it in black and white and me in color. Excellent. Why were you working in black and white?
Oh, I always love black and white. And so whenever I see a picture that has potential in black and white, I would play around with that. Mm-hmm. So in this particular example, I really love to sort of push the shape, the form out more. So, and also make it a bit more moody.
It holds up well. It works very well in black and white. Right. Here's one more of mine, mm-hmm. Just maybe giving a better sense of that whole situation. Mm-hmm. Tell them to keep coming. And I think what needs to be said here is the shot's a bit of a fake. You know, these were set up. We'd hired these fishermen who traditionally don't wear these ancient costumes, but they own them. They have them. Tour boats. Nevertheless, one never can photograph these people actually doing their fishing simply because they do it at night. So any photograph anyone ever takes of these is going to be one that was in some way kind of faked. And I love here the fact that the sun is behind the mist and just is this little white dot. So that works well. Tell them to spread out forward, backwards. Yeah, maybe let's have one of the guys go out at about 20 meters. Okay, the guy here, just back a little bit. Back a little bit.
They're too symmetrical. They're like, these two are too close to each other. The back is too close. Yeah. They need to have one further in, one further out, like.
Yeah, we need to spread them. Get one of the guys, excuse me. Would like this guy over here to come in closer. Yeah, and not to look at us. Yeah, have all of them shift over a little bit. Goddamn tour boats. You know, all kinds of variables. Light is perfect now. Light is absolutely perfect. What's your next one?
Okay.
Oh, right, the fishermen.
This is actually, they were just getting ready.
That's right. Getting their lanterns going
Yep,
and so forth.
Right. So this one, I was very lucky. It was a handheld picture. 5D.
Yeah, I guess the 5D had just come out.
It just came out.
That's right.
And they didn't have the bracket, so I couldn't even put the 5D on the tripod. So that's why I was walking around hand holding it.
Right, now that must have been high ISO.
Yes, 800.
Wow, yeah. Well, here, this is another example of very high ISO. This was done, I guess it was the day before. We were on the river, and we knew that the full moon was going to rise, and then we had a little bit of a silly situation because we knew exactly where it was going to rise, except we were wrong because we hadn't calculated for the fact that it was rising behind these hills. And by the time we finally saw it and it got out of the murk, it had positioned itself there, and I can't tell you the number of people who've looked at this and said, "Oh, Photoshop, you put the moon there," but will you testify?
Yes,
that that's the
this
real
is
thing?
the way it was.
And I don't remember exactly, but this must have been ISO 1600. It was really dark at this point. But it's kind of moody, and it works relatively well. To the right, please. Over there. The sun is up somewhere. Oh yes. When this starts to clear in here, it's going to be spectacular. If you could just pass me my bag, but yeah, 300. What do you have next? This is the
Yellow
Mountains.
Yes.
Wangshan? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah. Wangshan.
Wangshan? I can't pronounce it.
Close enough. My Mandarin is terrible, so.
Okay. Now, in yours, was this infrared?
Yes.
Tell me about what you were using.
Okay, this is sort of a homemade infrared device using the Kodak ProBack.
This is a Kodak DCS ProBack?
Yes, because you can actually remove the filter, the infrared cut filter. So I bought an extra filter. We, broke the glass, and then try out.
You're a brave man.
Try out different filter. So this is actually a 25-8, not true infrared.
Right. But it's clearly given you,
enough.
The infrared look. Yeah, which is great. That's a lovely photograph. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. This is an ooh, ooh moment, Thomas. Very nice. This is one of those situations where a fraction of an inch in the camera position makes a difference. Slightest change in focal length and you include or exclude something. You want to be shooting a prime lens for image quality, but you want to zoom for positioning. I feel like I'm in the middle of a Chinese painting. Just every ingredient, the pines, the fall foliage, the fog, the rain, the mist. Tourists. Well, we were so lucky on this shoot because I've talked to people who've been there and said, how did you get that fog? And for the 2 days that we were there, it was just these beautiful foggy mornings. Quite an engineering job building these staircases. Oh my goodness. golly gosh. Wow. Can't believe how lucky we were to be here for fall color. Now you did a very long hike that I didn't do. Didn't
Yes. This is actually very close to the middle of the day, so the lighting is not the best, but for infrared, I guess it's workable. So we were actually, Thomas and I were walking up these steps forever long.
you? Right.
No railing.
That's why I didn't go.
Right. So, but it was fun, and then I just turned around while hiking up, and then I got this view.
Yeah, that's fabulous. That's so archetypal for the classic Chinese landscape. Here, of course, what captured me was this cliff face in the background. It just kept coming in and out of the mist, and this was one of maybe 20 or 30 frames that I took over a period of 5 or 10 minutes, where I've got just the right combination of exposing the cliff face here. And yeah, a lot of these I was really tempted to interpret in black and white, except here, the color really works. It's the color contrast, not just the tonality contrast that makes it. And here's another example of that, where originally I did a black and white print, and I think there was a dust spot, and I went up to 100% with the cloning tool, and then I went, wait a second, that's green. I've got green there. So I did this interpretation, which is a color print, but the only color is just this little touch of green here. And to me, this is so reminiscent of the traditional Chinese paintings, which before having gone to the Yellow Mountains, I always thought were some kind of invented
Abstract
representation of maybe the mythology, Chinese mythology. And then I went, no, this is real. This is a real place. And what a great place to do shooting.